Hello and welcome to InsightBase, the channel where medical knowledge meets real-life health wisdom. And today, I'm going to tell you something that most doctors won't say out loud: your muscles are vanishing. Quietly. Relentlessly. And it's not because you're getting older. It's because you're missing one critical food from your diet. Because every year after the age of 60, you lose up to 3% of your muscle mass, and that loss accelerates if your diet is lacking this one essential nutrient source. And no, it's not a protein shake. It's not some trendy superfood either. In fact, most seniors have been avoiding it for years, thinking it's unhealthy, when in reality, it's the key to stopping age-related muscle decline. Too many seniors fall, struggle to walk, or lose their independence, not because of disease, but because their muscles simply vanished. And in nearly every case, the same missing food shows up in their diet history. Before we dive into the full explanation, do me a favor, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to InsightBase, so we can keep bringing you real, no-nonsense health truths that mainstream media ignores. Because trust me, today's video may shock you, but it could also save your mobility, your strength, and maybe even your life. Let's get started. Every day, millions of seniors wake up weaker than the day before. Not from disease. Not from injury. But from something far more silent: your muscles are disappearing. And if you're over 60, the clock is ticking even faster. Why? Because there's one food that used to be common in older generations' diets, but now, many seniors avoid it altogether. And without it, your muscles are slowly vanishing. Section 1: Muscle loss is not normal aging. You may have heard the phrase, "it's just aging," thrown around, but let's take a moment to really consider what that means. With the passage of time, you might find yourself slowing down, feeling the effects of a shrinking physique, and noticing a decline in strength. However, I pose this critical question to you. Why is it that some individuals in their 80s can still enjoy activities like hiking, swimming, or even lifting weights, while others find it a challenge just to rise from the couch at the age of 65? The answer lies in understanding that the preservation of muscle mass is not solely dictated by age. Rather, it hinges on biology and various lifestyle factors. Research from the National Institutes of Health reveals that adults who are over the age of 60 can lose anywhere from 3% to as much as 8% of their muscle mass for every decade they age. Alarmingly, this rate of loss nearly doubles once individuals reach the age of 75. As a result, by the time many seniors find themselves in their late 70s, they often have experienced a staggering loss of over 25% to 30% of their lean muscle mass. This loss does not just hinder daily activities, it also leaves vulnerable individuals at a greater risk for falls, fractures, the development of insulin resistance, and even an increased likelihood of premature death. Now, here's the surprising and perhaps shocking aspect of this issue. The deterioration of muscle mass is not merely a consequence of inactivity that often accompanies aging. A significant factor driving this decline is rooted in dietary deficiencies. In particular, the absence of a crucial food group plays a pivotal role in muscle loss, further complicating the situation for older adults who may not be aware of the impact of their nutrition on their physical well-being. The reality is that aging does not have to mean losing your muscle, strength, or vitality. Rather, it can be actively managed through awareness, diet, and exercise. Section 2: The truth about sarcopenia. There's a name for this condition. It's called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. And it's now classified as a muscle-wasting disease by the World Health Organization. But few seniors have even heard of it. By the time symptoms appear, fatigue, weakness, loss of balance, the damage is already underway. What fuels sarcopenia? Doctors used to blame it on protein intake alone, but recent studies, like the one published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021, reveal something else. Protein isn't enough. You also need specific amino acids, saturated fats, and micronutrients that are found in just one controversial food group: red meat and organ meat. While many people shy away from red meat due to dietary trends and myths, the reality is that these nutrient-dense foods play a critical role in combating sarcopenia. It's not just about hitting a daily protein target, It's about nourishing the body with high-quality sources that provide the essential building blocks for muscle repair and growth. Amino acids, the building blocks of protein, are vital for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. Branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, in particular, like leucine, are crucial for signaling muscle growth. Deficiencies in these key nutrients can accelerate the decline in muscle mass, leading to the frightening symptoms of sarcopenia. Moreover, saturated fats found in red and organ meats are often misunderstood. Rather than being demonized, they support hormone production and supply a concentrated source of energy, vital for maintaining overall functionality in aging bodies. Micronutrients, especially iron, zinc, and B vitamins found abundantly in these meats, are indispensable for metabolism and the creation of new muscle tissue. For seniors grappling with the challenges of aging, understanding the importance of these nutrients can be transformative. A diet that includes red meat and organ meats can revitalize their approach to nutrition and restore vitality. It's essential to break free from outdated notions and recognize that including these foods in moderation can significantly enhance muscle health and overall well-being. Ultimately, fighting sarcopenia isn't merely about avoiding muscle loss. It's about reclaiming strength, independence, and a higher quality of life. Knowledge is power, and by embracing the truth about nutritious foods, seniors can take proactive steps to combat this silent thief of health. So, let's challenge the stigma and advocate for the inclusion of red meat as a necessary component of a balanced diet for those determined to age gracefully and robustly. Section 3: The Forbidden Food. Yes. You heard that right. The food you've been told to fear, red meat, is actually the one most potent weapon against muscle loss in seniors. Let's break this down. Beef, lamb, liver, and even eggs are rich in leucine, an essential amino acid that directly stimulates muscle protein synthesis. According to research published in Age and Aging, Oxford Academic, seniors who consume at least 2.5 grams of leucine per meal see up to 40% greater muscle retention than those who don't. That's not a small difference. That's the line between walking and using a cane. But here's where it gets worse. Data from the NHANES dietary survey shows that adults over 65 are eating 40% less red meat than they did 20 years ago, often replaced with processed carbohydrates and low-fat substitutes. We're trading muscle-preserving foods for grains, cereals, and plant oils, and paying the price with our strength. Section 4: The saturated fat lie. For many decades, saturated fat has been unjustly vilified and portrayed as harmful. Medical professionals warn that it leads to clogged arteries, elevates cholesterol levels, and is a contributing factor to heart attacks. However, emerging research now presents a considerably different narrative. A meta-analysis published in the esteemed American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2020 reviewed an extensive pool of more than 347,000 participants, ultimately concluding that there was no significant connection between saturated fat intake and the incidence of heart disease. What's more, saturated fat plays an essential role in the body's ability to absorb vital fat-soluble vitamins, which include vitamins A, D, E, and K. These specific vitamins are crucial for maintaining bone density, aiding in muscle repair, and ensuring hormonal balance throughout the body. If these important fats are eliminated from your diet, the consequences can be serious. Your testosterone levels may decline, your vitamin D levels could drop sharply, and you may experience muscle atrophy. The most alarming aspect of this situation is that these deficiencies often do not manifest in standard blood tests until the point of damage becomes irreversible. Individuals may be completely unaware of the detrimental effects occurring within their bodies as a result of fat elimination, leading to potentially severe health issues that could have otherwise been prevented. Section 5: The collagen connection. Another overlooked nutrient in muscle health is collagen, and it's found abundantly in animal connective tissue. Older adults often suffer from joint pain, stiffness, and tendon weakness, making it harder to stay active. But here's what most people miss. Your muscles attach to bones through collagen-rich tendons. And when collagen declines, so does your ability to build or maintain muscle. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that seniors supplementing with collagen peptides in resistance training gained significantly more lean muscle mass than those on resistance training alone. Where's natural collagen found? Bone broth, slow-cooked meat, chicken skin, tendons. Foods that modern diets have all but eliminated. Section 6 plant-based isn't enough. It's indisputable that plants hold significant nutritional value. They are packed with essential fiber, antioxidants, and polyphenols, all of which contribute positively to overall longevity and health maintenance. However, when it comes to the critical issue of preventing muscle deterioration, a major concern for many, especially as we age, plant-based diets frequently do not provide adequate support. The question arises, why is that? The answer lies in the fact that these diets often lack crucial nutrients that are instrumental in maintaining muscle health. Specifically, they tend to be deficient in complete proteins, bioavailable iron, vitamin B12, and sufficient amounts of leucine, all of which play vital roles in muscle synthesis and preservation. Research, such as the extensive EPIC Oxford study that assessed data from over 65,000 participants, highlighted concerning findings. It revealed that individuals following vegetarian diets exhibited significantly lower muscle mass and grip strength in comparison to those who consumed meat. This disparity was evident even after controlling for variables such as age and levels of physical activity. It's important to clarify that embracing a plant-forward dietary approach is not inherently hazardous to one's health. Nevertheless, entirely eliminating animal food sources, especially among the elderly population, can lead to a heightened risk of muscle atrophy and subsequent health complications. Section 7 The Rebuilding Solution. Now, you may be wondering, what is the way forward? The solution is quite straightforward. It involves reintroducing a variety of nutrient-dense, muscle-building foods back into your diet. We are not talking about processed or low-quality meats, but rather whole, quality cuts known for their nutritional benefits. Incorporate options such as grass-fed beef, lamb, liver. Aim for once-a-week eggs that include the yolk, nourishing bone broth, and chicken with its skin intact. Consuming these foods should be done with a sense of purpose and intentionality, ensuring they become a staple of your dietary routine. In addition to optimizing your nutrition, it's essential to pair these nutrient-rich foods with a consistent regimen of light resistance training. This can take many forms, from engaging in basic bodyweight exercises to utilizing resistance bands, all of which can help stimulate muscle growth and combat deterioration. Perhaps most crucially, it is vital to let go of any unfounded fears regarding dietary fats or red meat. Instead of fearing these foods, direct that fear toward issues that truly matter, such as muscle weakness and frailty, which can lead to devastating consequences. Additionally, consider the threat posed by the gradual loss of your independence. This is the true concern that should motivate you to take action and prioritize your health. So let's recap, clearly and urgently. If you're over 60, your muscles are shrinking, right now, and not just because of age. They're disappearing because you're missing one critical food group: nutrient-dense, muscle-preserving animal foods. We've been misled. Told to fear red meat. Told to cut fat. Told to avoid cholesterol at all costs. But in that process, you've lost more than flavor. You've lost the very nutrients your muscles desperately need to survive. The result? A silent epidemic of weakness, falls, frailty, and in many cases, total loss of independence. But it doesn't have to end that way. Because the truth is, you can rebuild. With real food. With the right choices. With knowledge. And now that you know, you're already one step ahead of millions of seniors who are still in the dark. So before you go, if this video opened your eyes or could help someone you care about, right finger give it a like. Right finger share it with your friends or family. Right finger and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, so we can keep bringing you powerful, life-changing health insights that the mainstream too often ignores. This is InsightBase, where your health, your strength, and your future truly matter. Thank you for watching. Take back control. And we'll see you in the next video.